Hello everybody. Something a little bit different today. I was sent recently a link to this glider sim available on Steam. And for anybody that's followed my Facebook group, Flight Sim Adventures, for any amount of time knows that I used to have a lot to do with flying gliders in FSX back in the day. So this is really cool. Small developed team, 5D Realities. Fantastic job on this, and it is intended for VR, as you'll see here in a moment, but I am flying on a keyboard and mouse because it does not support other controls very well of yet, but that's these guys are doing a pretty good job of trying to accommodate folks. It's not too bad even on a keyboard. It's not bad. I'm using a mouse to steer. But first things first, let's show you a couple of the options here. There's actually, right now, there's 7 different places you can launch from in this area. I still prefer the higher point. There's a motor glider launch site as well that you can use a power. I'll show you that in a moment. We'll just go back to the most recent, I think, and it's the biggest launch site, so it's cool. Couple different gliders you can use. You can use a speed wing, which is a lot of fun. The mini wing, if you want to get down a little bit quicker. Paramotor, super cool. And of course the paragliders. There's a couple different color combinations here, but just stick with the with the red one for now. You can adjust the wind as well. We'll leave the wind at 5 just to make it a little bit quieter. And you can also turn on more of the stuff so you can see what's going on. Like, for example, you can see all the thermals and the wind and all that stuff on the map here, which is really cool. The physics, from what a friend of mine that got me into this game, really it's a sim, told me he used to fly paragliders, and the physics on this are really, really good, and they're continuing to get better, so it's really cool. But we're going to turn some of these off just to declutter the screen a little bit. So it's pretty simple as far as the controls go. Let's get started here. You basically hold the W key to run, and once you get off the ramp here, it'll actually put you in the first-person view. And there you go. And we're off. I'll zoom it out a little bit here so you can see better. And for the VR guys, this is an absolute amazing simulator. It is intended more for VR, so keep that in mind. Belgio, this is right up your alley. Hopefully you see this. This is going to be something that's going to be really cool. There is a multiplayer mode that the development team has done recently, and anybody can create a multiplayer session, and it just kind of starts it, and then anybody can join at different locations. So this is really cool. I have yet to get into the multiplayer side, but it is what it is. I've had this sim for about 2 days now, and absolutely enjoying it. A really great change of pace from DCS. We all know most of my content is on DCS the last couple of years, but soaring is something I've always found myself coming back to. And you can weight shift in here as well, which I'm doing now. It makes the turns a little bit smoother because I'm using buttons instead of the VR or an Axis controller. It's a little bit one way or the other with the buttons, but it does work. And then of course you can use the brakes as well, which is super cool. And there's a couple different views you can use. Obviously the first person view is going to be the favorite one, but you get these cool flyby video views. You can see some of the animations for the lean and the brake animations there. Super cool. Go to the next view here. And you can use the right mouse click to change your view. There's your animations. My buddy that sent me this link to this game, they did a cross-country flight on here the other day. It was like 20, 30 minutes. A lot of fun, a lot of challenge for sure. Some ridge lift there. Let's get back to first-person view, and the instruments do work. So you can see my Vario is going off, and we're losing the sync here. It's just an all-around amazing simulation of soaring and paragliders in general. Something I've wanted in a sim for a very long time. Not having access to the real thing, it's really cool, and obviously it's safer too. But we'll leave it at that. So if you have VR and you're interested in soaring, and this is something that's going to be extremely fun and potentially a really cool training aid even as well, because they do a really good job of modeling the wind. There we go. Get some climb out here. And another thing that's also modeled is the speed bar, which kind of controls the shape of the wing. So you can go a little faster. And it is lose all of our speed. Oh. The map is apparently based on a satellite location. Satellite details of a location I'm not fully aware of where that's at. I think it actually says on the Steam page, which I'll link in the description, as well as the Discord for the development, which is really cool. I'm really looking forward to trying out the multiplayer events. That's going to be really neat to see a bunch of other gliders in the air. Of course, the radios apparently work too, so there's built-in radios that you can talk to the other guys. Really cool. The sound as you change speed is really good. Yeah, I mean, as you... It gets louder as you go faster. It's a little quieter as you slow down, just like the real